Hey everyone, it's Andrew speaking to you. So there are so many great cooperative games on Android, like the popular ones such as League of Legends or those battle royales like Free Fire. They're super famous, but today I've got something totally different for you. I'm talking about those totally unknown games that you can enjoy with your friends in a fully cooperative way. So go ahead and send this video to your friend, and of course hit that like button and join me on this one. Let's start with a game that I think is amazing, but for some reason isn't as famous as it should be. Let's talk about Earth Revival Dane.
There is an overgrowth of tox around the console. Decontamination required. The cysts. Destroy the cysts to kill it.
In this game, players take on the role of survivors exploring a devastated world, facing challenges like survival, combat, and building. You can customize advanced tech equipment, choose exoskeletons, and take part in intense battles. Plus, players can build and decorate their own artificial islands. At its core, the game is a cooperative survival game that feels quite a bit like an MMORPG. Recently, the game partnered with Digimon, and now you can have monsters help you fight enemies and gather resources in the game. That's definitely one of the best things the game has ever done. If you like Life After or Undawn, this game will be perfect for you. It shares many mechanics but with an upgraded graphic experience. This game is really interesting and at the same time pretty unknown, but it can definitely get you hooked. Let's talk about Flash Party. The game features various modes such as 1 vs 1 challenges, team competitions, soccer battles, and limited time weekend events, along with a battle mode. One of its most interesting modes is the famous 2 vs 2, where you can invite a friend for some PvP action or team up for a cooperative experience and play together mode. The game already offers a range of cool characters as well as different maps with various things to do on them. The gameplay is simple and the matches are really quick, and they last a maximum of 5 minutes. It's that completely unknown cooperative game on Android that you might end up loving. I know this game might seem like a meme game, but trust me, it's actually really fun and can get you excited, especially in cooperative mode. Let's talk about Food Gang. This one is pretty easy to explain because it's simple. The game features various foods, from fruits to burgers for example. Each food has different types of weapons, as you can see. The game is entirely in 2D and the goal is to kill your enemies more than they kill you. As you can see, it's 2 vs 2, which makes it perfect for playing cooperatively. The game is simple, very quick, and unlike Flash Party, this one doesn't require you to level up or get a battle pass. It's just about playing and having fun. If you're into hard games or just enjoy a challenge, this game is definitely for you. Let's talk about HUNTBOUND. The game is brand new, released in early 2025, and currently has a small player base, but it's perfect for cooperative play. You can play offline or open your own server for others to join. The game allows up to 4 players, and let me tell you, even then the game is still tough. The goal is to survive on this hostile island filled with monsters and dinosaurs. The game features 3 main classes, and every dinosaur or monster you encounter presents a unique challenge to face. It's a complicated game, and even though it might seem simple at first, it definitely gets exciting with its hardcore gameplay. Many people don't know this, but this paid game on the Playstore lets you play cooperatively and even have PvP battles. Let's talk about Wizard of Legends. The game stands out for its fast and fluid combat, where players can combine different spells called arcana to create devastating combos. The spells are divided into categories like fire, water, earth, air, and electricity, allowing for multiple strategic combinations. The game follows a roguelike progression, meaning every time you die you have to restart your journey, but you can unlock new spells and equipment for your next attempt. You can play cooperatively or even enjoy PvP within the game via Wi-Fi or the classic local coop mode. It doesn't have online servers, but this gameplay more than makes up for it, and the cooperative mode is really well done. A super addictive game, very similar to Minecraft, but with a more Palworld vibe. Let's talk about LIGHTUS. LIGHTUS is an RPG and simulation game set in an open world, inviting players to explore the continent of Sea of Fire as a traveler with no past. Players can traverse various regions like Wedge Rift Valley, Serpent Creek Land, Oran River Valley, and Misty Deep Valley, immersing themselves in lush forests, peaceful lakes, and green meadows. The world of Sea of Fire is inhabited by various creatures that resemble Pokemon. They'll help you not only in battles but also in other parts of the game. The game feels like an MMORPG, where you'll often meet other players and have the chance to team up for cooperative exploration or even battle together. That's the main focus of the game. I enjoy this game much more for its ease of creating maps and playing with friends than for the FPS itself. Let's talk about Special Forces Group 3. To simplify what this game is all about, it's very similar to Counter-Strike, but imagine there's a sandbox mode in Counter-Strike, and that's exactly what this game is. You can create any map you want and set up whatever game style you prefer. For example, one of my favorites is creating a zombie map, inviting my 2 friends, and trying to survive the crazy zombie hordes. Besides that, the game also has the FPS mode, so if you want to play a classic PvP with your friend, you can do that too. The game is well-rounded and delivers a solid cooperative FPS experience. If you have that phone called the J2 Prime, which nowadays barely runs anything, I'm sure this game will work for you. Let's talk about WHITESTAND Z. To keep it simple and direct, this game is all about surviving in a world full of zombies. Unlike many others, it doesn't have a story but features various different servers, and that's the main appeal. You create a server, choose the map, and set the difficulty, including whether or not it will have PvP. Then you send it to your friend and they can join your server to play together. The game offers a huge open world with endless possibilities, and there are no set missions. You can enter and do whatever you want as long as you survive. If you get tired, you can join large servers with many players, but the catch is there will be a lot of players and it usually turns into PvP. At this point, I probably mentioned T3 Arena, but there's a game that's standing out a lot in the same style, and that's Star Wars Hunter. Hunters is an arena shooter game based on teams developed by Zynga that brings together original characters from the Star Wars universe in 4 vs 4 battles. Set on the planet Vespara after the fall of the Galactic Empire, players can choose from a variety of hunters ranging from bold mercenaries to rebel heroes and Imperial stormtroopers. This was ChatGPT's explanation of the game's story, because to be honest, I have no idea what the story of Star Wars is, but I played it and I have to say it's pretty cool. The game offers a constantly updated roster of characters, allowing players to choose hunters that suit their playstyle. The gameplay is dynamic and fast-paced, and this game has a lot of potential. I've already brought other survival games to play cooperatively, but none of them are quite like this one, and this one is really different. Let's talk about This is that more classic survival game that really gets you excited to play with 2 people. Typically, you create your character and you have a sort of base that's also your home. All kinds of missions are done outside of your home, and you can do missions with up to 3 people. The missions are usually about gathering supplies or killing some complicated zombie bosses. Unlike the others in this one, each player evolves on their own, but there are many cooperative missions available. The game is still in development. It has an average rating of 3.9 out of 5 on the App Store, with players praising the graphics and realistic physics. Some suggestions for improvement include better zombie models, reload animations, and adding weather systems. It's hard to describe how this game works in words, but it's like a hack-and-slash RPG mixed with a roguelike. Let's talk about Torchlight Infinity.
Abandon these ridiculous creations. The amber will give you endless strength.
Players explore dungeons and face hordes of enemies in intense battles, collecting items and upgrading their skills. The game offers a wide range of customization, allowing unique combinations of abilities and equipment. At launch, 6 playable heroes were available, each associated with a specific skill tree, providing various options for character builds. The game blends elements similar to Diablo, and with its interesting gameplay, it stands out for being simpler and lighter than Diablo. It's in the B category of this genre, but the downside is the low number of players. Still, it's a great cooperative RPG. It's going to be hard to explain exactly how this game works, but I think I can manage. Let's talk about Color Bank. The game is pretty much a copy of that Nintendo game called Splatoon, where players need to paint the ground with their color to reload their weapons while also having to defeat enemies. It works in a 3 vs 3 format, since matches are quick, lasting only 3 minutes in the 3 vs 3 combat. And the game also offers a Battle Royale mode where 8 players compete until only 1 remains, providing an intense and challenging experience. This game is really something that will only work for a few people who end up getting into this gameplay style and enjoying it. I played it and I found it quite interesting. It's full of strategies and has a gameplay that's really different from the usual. Brawlhalla is often compared to Super Smash Bros. Because of its combat style. Players choose from a variety of characters known as legends and fight in 2D arenas, trying to knock opponents off the map. The game has a simple mechanic of light attacks, heavy attacks, and weapon usage, but with great tactical depth. There are 2 things I want to highlight about this game. First, its collaborations are awesome, like Avatar, The Last Airbender, and even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Second, the game is free to play with no pay-to-win mechanics. Players can unlock new legends by playing or buy them with mammoth coins, paid currency. There are skins and cosmetics, but no item affects gameplay. Let's finish this wonderful list with a beautiful and lesser known game. Now let's talk about ASTRA Knights of VEDA. game takes place in the world of Planis, ravaged by a dark plague unleashed by a ritual of the Mad King, Magnus. Players take on the role of the Knights of VEDA, warriors chosen by the goddess VEDA to restore normalcy and fight the evil forces threatening the world. The game brings back the action of classic side-scrollers, allowing players to use a variety of abilities from the Knights of VEDA and explore the power of the stars to strategically defeat monsters. The game is visually stunning and quite unique. I've never seen anything like it. It also offers a COP mode for up to 4 players, which is incredibly unique as well. It's a shame this game isn't more widely known. And that wraps up today's list of amazing games. I hope you found something new to try and enjoy. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome game recommendations. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts or your favorite games in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.